Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the visiting team.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other. Both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Well, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a play fake. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Mexico City.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linemen.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenneth Murray in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in 6. Single season sacks. After the sack on first down, Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenneth Murray picks up his second sack of the afternoon. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Flush to his right. Space to maneuver at the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle by Derwin James.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. It's picked up by the Titans, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. On play action, they'll throw. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered down
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Back at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, and he's going to go down again.
Sack.
Kenneth Murray. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Kenneth Murray. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Loves not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
1st down.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 4 catches, 68 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals nothing.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right?
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down.
Sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kenneth Murray in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now Wilson down around his goal line. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Titans.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DJ Moore on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And it is now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to really enforce everything either.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Dalton Schultz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DJ Moore on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
The kick is good.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's Gaskin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Don't forget, knowing Where the first down line was, this defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always one.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Titans.
Mexico City.
DJ Moore. 82 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots. Here in the second quarter, what might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Now Wilson. Slant pass to Boyd. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 5-9. Mike 5-9. Tighten up. Tighten up. Let's pull it together.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans.
Mexico City.
DJ Moore, 61 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record, 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Kenneth Murray in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, open man is Robbie Anderson. The 40, 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Robbie Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Bengals are in for 6.
Pardon me, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. On the move to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Titans take over first down.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is,
through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get... Rolling to quarter three. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Another run with Gaskin. Now he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
59, check, 59. Oh, yeah.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
You ain't doing nothing today. Kill.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll get him down here at about the...
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Wilson into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
3 yards. It's now fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
And a Mexico City first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
Bengals 21.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Wants to try to add the PAT. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Let's go, do you tighten up? Let's go, do you tighten up?
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got it complete to Anderson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Well, high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Mackenzie Alexander.
Chubb.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Again, it's Elliott. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Third down.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brought down.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
33-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The Titans on Kelsey, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might.